And Ketchup is not passive. He's passive aggressive, and he's not submissive. It ain't no running over him at all. That man let me do. I can live in the could do what I want to do to a certain degree that's gonna fit this operation. But nah, Ketchup ain't nothing about him is like that. You ain't finna make that man do nothing he don't want to do. That girl told me that, and that's true. Ketchup is mean, and if you piss him off, so um, I have so many regrets because I was on medicine. I had very little tolerance, and I already seen the trap, and I didn't. They were aggravating so bad around this point. Um, Ketchup was they would play at different times at different seasons of the year. I could tell you now that I think about it throughout the year what is going to start going wrong at this time, and this time. Um, at the fall of the year, going into the winter, this is when Corey and Nico gonna come back around every year of my life for the past probably since 2008. During the summer months and the spring, not a lot of communication, maybe a little talking here and there. During the beginning of the year is always gonna be where you argue, where you're never gonna celebrate. They do that to ruin those celebratory moments and those occasions where you are with your family. So you're never with your kids on Christmas, never with them on your birthday, never with them on any major holidays. They did that on purpose. So that's why on November to January, during the months of November to February, create the argument and the spectacle, and that lays out that narrative. They can come around May to July or somewhere in there, and then they're gonna pull them back out again in another argument around September or so. But during any days and holidays or any major events, you're gonna be alone. And so, case in point, September of 2016, I saw Nico, bad argument, gone again. That's how it works. They come send them in with their devices. You just basically going to check in with your devices, go in and get seen a little bit, come on, move back out. And that's how they did it. So, but you're never going to be with anybody not getting loved on, and we're not doing none of that. So, not going to have no relationships. We're going to ruin every relationship that you got, and we're going to separate all of your children, and we're going to put everything that you say in an opposite direction. So with Corey, I feel like I wasn't there enough, but would they have let me be there? Now that I think about it, would I like to say that I would have tried more? Yes. But were they going to allow it? No. As soon as he got out, they had Gwanda already. Her job was like, get him to Augusta and let's get ready to get him back in jail as soon as possible. Get him to Augusta. That was her job. Get Corey to Augusta. Do whatever you got to do to get him there. She got him to Augusta. She kept having Jamera. She used him. You ain't let that boy come down here and see his doggone cousins. Let him come down here and see his cousins. Let the boy sit up there in the house with you all day long. That boy don't need to go to no school. He don't need to be going. I had him, got him a job at Amazon. Had got him in school. I was doing everything to keep him busy. I was right there with him. I said if you could be home and get or whatever, but if you're used to being a routine, then you need to stay in a routine. I don't want you to get out here and get involved in everything Augusta got going on. Child, please. Within a couple of days, Wanda kept calling every day, all day long, calling Corey's phone, getting Corey to come. Come to Augusta. Come to the death trap. Come on down here where they hang. Come on, black boy. Where they put him in and put him in jail. Come on down here because we're waiting to put you in jail. And he went and he kept saying she kept aggravating him. She's a witch. She plays on their minds and she knows their weak point. She's a federal agent. So she's playing on him and his emotions. Your mama got you up there going to school. You just got out. You need to have some fun. Can I get you some pussy? I found him a girlfriend. Cute little girl named I think Tori, something like that. Whatever. But no, it doesn't matter. Found him a cute little girl. Then found out that she was gay. I didn't like that. But found out I had gave him the whole upstairs. I was trying my best to get him in with friends. I mean, I was working overtime, stressing myself out really bad, trying to get him on point and letting him know, because he got out and he said, I missed my whole life, Ma. You know, everybody else is doing this. I said, Corey, you're not. Honey, you're 20. It's no 20-year-old running around here that's together. They're all nuts. You're in good company. So, yeah, you're not situated because of where you've been, but there's no 20-year-old that is fully situated. You came out at just the right time. They're all getting ready to go to college or in. They're all just getting their license barely, and they're all living with their parents and at home. So none of them is out. It's not like you got out of prison at 47. You got out at 20. You know, all of the kids your age are still loose cannons. You're gonna be fine. And he did not feel that way, and I kept telling him that and kept showing him, and I had to take him out. Corey, see, they're your age and they're not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing, as Priscilla Shire would say. And so I said, I'm helping you. I'm going to get you on track. You look good. You look like your mom. You're very handsome when you get a haircut, you know, and whatever, and do your hair and put your clothes on. You look great. So the girl liked him right away. She came over and didn't want to leave, you know, but Corey was trying to smother her too much and she had to work and all of that. But she really, really liked him, but he didn't know that girl was advanced too. And I think that's what it was. She had already had sex before. She was very advanced and came over there, and I just happened to look at her Facebook page one time and said, I can see exactly what's going on here. So I had tried to talk to him about that because I'm the one hooked him up. Then Corey done fell in love because that was his first piece of butt that he done got, and I was like, oh my God, I just this is a mess. Now he's in love. That girl goes with a girl. She got to go home, and oh my God, this is a mess. So, long story short, Corey now is brokenhearted, sitting in his room all day, don't want to go to work. You know, Corey, you work at Amazon. There's 50,000 different girls there. So I had to get him back and motivate him, get him a car. We got him a car. He is not liking ketchup. We got him a car. And it got him a little small car just to start so he could learn how to drive and all of that. And next thing I know, before that, let me back up. Wanda is still calling. And so I wrote the judge and I wrote the lady, and I told her I told you that this was a mistake, and everything that I said is happening because I didn't want him to come back to Augusta. I can't stand you. I was so mad at her. And I told the judge I took him to Georgia and dropped him off. I mean, Augusta. Yeah, to Georgia and dropped him off. And I'm pissed because I told y'all that this was going to work. This was going to work like this. And you didn't have the proper things in place. I am the one that was, you know, could I put Corey's care plan together. They took part of it and they didn't take part other part because they knew the operation was to put him back in jail. So when it came back to barring him from Georgia, which is what I said, the lady said no. The judge said no, I'm not going to do that. He's going to be an adult and his family is here. No, she knew that the operation was still open to put him back in jail. So if he would have been barred, like I wrote the care plan that I took to court and said, this is the care plan that I've written for him, that he is not allowed in the state of Georgia. We live in South Carolina. That he is not allowed that he gets into counseling and goes actively as a part of his reentry process to society, that he works or attends school, either or, that he complies with the rules of my address, that he can, be free, but the main restrictions was his limitations and associations with Augusta, Georgia. I did not want him there because of the influence that was over him when I was in prison. And people let him out and the target was on. The hunt was on. And they used Gwanda. Get him back down here. Got the Gwanda house within a week of him being out. Of course, she got him. She done went and got him alcohol. She done went and got him weed. They got pills. They all on Facebook. And she did, he having a good time. But mind you, the police ain't never got Jamaris. But every other one of these boys in this family goes to jail. But not Jamaris. She even said it the other day on the phone. My son went to jail and even had a probation hold. And I called and said, I don't want my son to shit. I know you did call and say that. You didn't want your son to say it. Agent Ray, you probably did. So, yeah, your son got out with a domestic violence hold, a CDV hold, and got out with no bond and got out. Of course you did. You have put as many people in jail as you have in this family. I'm quite sure you can get anything you want in the state of Georgia, in Augusta, Richmond County. I'm quite sure you can get your son out. You probably wouldn't have even had to spend no money, Agent Ray. So she went and got him out. I went and got Corey and got him all messed up. Got them all on now wanting to smoke every day, all day long. Now I got them all into all this rap music, and all they want to do is walk around and point up in the air and all this. That's all he want to do. Now he done went and got the little, all of his little clothes back on and all of it, and I just was very pissed. Yeah, you ain't get that boy no Jordans. You didn't get him that. We hadn't did anything yet with him. We were mainly trying to be happy that he was home and getting him grounded and make sure that he was okay. And she ruined it. They had told her to get him back down there. Next thing you know, we got Corey a job. He got a car. Next thing you know, Corey is not even at work. He's in Augusta at Gwanda's house, hanging with Jamaris. And Jamaris is a little fed himself because he would use everything that's appealing. He works just like these rappers do that appeal to all these little young boys and make these young boys feel like, yeah, we bees in the trap. They not in the trap. They not in the trap. They're in the studio making money and making beats. And y'all keep playing their music that's making them the money that they got to buy these cars, to buy these women, to buy this. The ghetto is doing that. They're not in the trap. They're not in the trap. They're in the studio. You're paying for their studio time every time you download that song or play it. That click is getting them their studio time. So, long story short, he was now not motivated. And then he got another girl, what's her name, worked at Wells Fargo. The law is just sending him. And I hated it. Then, next thing you know, he keeps wrecking, keeps getting in wrecks, uh, keep getting tickets. He was just off the chain. And Ketchup was a part of it and said he couldn't stay there. So, Ketchup said he couldn't stay. Um, I didn't know what to do. I was still trying to talk to him, work with him. Nothing was working. And the law was having their best times with it. They were everything that they wanted to work, it was working. It was working. They were controlling that narrative to the fullest degree, and I couldn't stand it. I didn't know what to do, but it was nothing that I could do. It was nothing I could do but sit back and just enjoy the roller coaster ride. But this is going down, and ain't nothing I could do about it. And so in 2018, he didn't have no job. He didn't have no car. The man had repoed the car. It was just everything was going on. Um, he didn't have no car. I was trying to help him. He had got tickets. He needed to get his license. Everything was just, they were tearing up his life fast. Well, putting the exposure around him. They believe in giving you the tools to tear up your own life. But we're going to use what you are prone to doing, a little bit of where your weaknesses are, and then we're going to put the formula is use your weakness times your the tools to give you to mess up your life, and then we'll sit back and wait on the desired outcome. And that's what they did. And so they knew that he felt inadequate. They knew that he liked money and that he had a drive for success and that he wanted to have things, and that they knew that his weakness was that he is in his feelings, and he can be depressed sometimes. And so they preyed on all of his emotions, and they used his own aunt. That's why she takes care of him right now, because she feels guilty and because she's being mean. So what they did was they went and he told me, "Ma, they are bothering me." And I said, "Who, Corey, and why?" And then he told me about all the people that had started to bother him. People coming after him. When he got out, he was telling me different things. And they just had targeted him really bad. Really bad. They were on him like a runaway slave. Just how them horses be in the woods chasing them slaves down till they find them, and don't care if it's rain, sleet, snow, or what. That's exactly the way in my mind that I see how they were hunting Corey. About a good 300 racist white men hunting him down like that till they got him. And they did. And that was their plan, to get him and put him back in jail for the rest of his life, to hurt me. And um and I just say, um I don't know what I could have done different. I just wish that I had not had so much going on, but they were controlling everything, and ketchup was the primary source to it. Don't uh, don't let this happen, and don't let them get close and cause friction over here, and let this go on. And Nico and Corey couldn't. I asked, Nico, why don't you come here and stay with your. They was telling Corey, South Carolina boring. You don't need to stay there. It's boring in South Carolina. Yeah, because South Carolina is not going to let y'all little thugs run up and down the road with your pants down and your weapons and all your different gang colors and all that. No, them white people up there, they ain't got time for that. Them people pay their taxes, and that's what you're not going to do in the state of South Carolina. And I would give them that. And they believe in they slaves working. And I believe that too. So Georgia is the reason why Georgia is off the chain. They need to go learn from South Carolina. And you call that racist, I can't tell. And even though they know that South Carolina is known for racism, but they believe in handling it differently. They know and got sense that if the slave go to work, we not taking care of them. They going to work. Yeah, they going to work. Georgia, we'll sit here and feed them and give them $5,000 a month in food stamps and cakes and cookies and pies and put them in Riverdale. No. So South Carolina, that's what you're not gonna do in South Carolina. Sit home and get food stamps and eat up grocery and wait on them white people to take care of you. You got another thought coming. You finna go to work. And so they said, told Corey, South Carolina is boring. On their probation, you got to have a job, or they will give you a job. They didn't want, Corey, it's boring. You don't need to be in South Carolina. You need to be down here in Georgia, where these white people will hunt you, nigger, and put you back in prison for the rest of your life. And that's where he went, to jail, listening to Gwanda, and went to jail. They would not let him come and stay with me. And Nico was the influence. And where was Nico? Ask me where Nico was. $1,000 question. Where was the Nico Hubert at the time? Ding, 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 ding. At Terry Ray's house. So where is Corey gonna want to be? At Terry Ray's house. Of course he's gonna want to go and spend all that time with his brother. He ain't seen him. They ain't been together. He want to go with his brother. Where's his brother? At Agent Terry Ray's house of the Southern Region of Tactical Divisions and Corruptions. Yes, that's where they was. The whole gang was set up. So they went from there to now. Nico and got Corey. Nico is trained too. Nico done got Corey to quit his job. They work like little demons now. They and that's my son, and I love him, and I always said that I would never talk about what he did, but that's probably why he don't talk to nobody either. Because they feeling guilty about what they did, and it done came out, and it wasn't supposed to come out like this. So he is done got his brother to quit your job. Come down here and smoke with me all day. And Gwanda lets us have sex in the house and we don't have to have a job. All we have to do is just go sign up for food stamps. And we could sit here all day long and be black bums. And yeah, that's exactly what the law wanted to do. And so Corey quits the job at Amazon, don't go to work, got his first check, think he rich. He's now got a car, driving all over Augusta, getting tickets, getting in wrecks. Gwanda ain't saying a word. He's doing with all they need. The law is just sitting back, laughing, high fiving. That nigger is going down. He's high fiving, having a good time, waiting on it. They done supplied him with all the tools. Just sit back. So then go from there. He's not calling. We're not talking as much. Now, he starts to tell me. Now the what's happening, the gang is the law is bothering me, the police. Why they bothering you, Corey? What happened? I already told you they was. You been down there to Augusta. Augusta is an unforgiving place. If you do anything down there, don't go back. If you live to get out of there, don't go back. That's not a place. That's why they be talking about come down here. I told Clary, I'll come help you. And then I said, I'm going to put that in the Lord's hand. If they allow me to get approved for Lyft, I might be. And them people, the law even put that on the TV. They said, are you insane? Child, please, no. I just be talking to have fun because I know they writing it down, making it, and I'm building the case on them, everything that I say. And they take that and say, oh, so she's going to come down here and sell food. Go ahead, Easter. No, I'm good. I already know Augusta is waiting on me to cross that line. You cross that line, nigger, if you want to with that big mouth. We gonna show you. Yeah, I already know. That's why I stay my tail out from down there. I already know they not wrapped too tight. And be waiting to put you back in jail for the first thing. Can I see your license and insurance? I ain't, Stay your tail out from down there. They're not wrapped too tight. So, and they don't do all this talking that they do up here in Atlanta and all the messages. When I went down there in November of 2023, when this operation was in full blast, and then I went back. Wait, did I go back? No, 23 was the last time. Yeah, I did. When I went back, wait, let me think. When I went back, what was the occasion? It wasn't Thanksgiving. No, I hadn't went back since 2023. Let me make sure. 2024. No, I hadn't went back since 2023. Let me make sure. 2023 was the fight. And did I go back and see Easter anymore since then? And she said I could stay in her house. What's the last event? No. Let me make sure. Because that means I ain't seen her since 2025. And, Lord, let me make sure. 2023, 2020, I went. And they used 2023 to cover 2020. And then 2023, we had to fight. When I got out of there, I text Sharon, came back on the bus. No, that was it. I didn't go down there anymore. Let's stay out of there. Let's stay out of there. Because when I went down there, I said, I feel them and see them in motion, but these masters down here don't say nothing. They not doing all that talking. They not doing all that extreme messaging on the plates. They did in the past, but when I went down there in 2023, they was like, we ain't doing none of that. We ain't finna get caught up in that. We just gonna do what we gonna do. And they did. They was all over that. Easter TV had the wrong email and everything. Child, they was doing the most. But like I said, they don't do all that talking. So I'm on them the kind that is not wrapped too tight for real. So stay away from that and stay out from down there. So so long story short, um it really feels like I went in 2024, but I didn't. It was it was yeah, cause I didn't see nobody. I ain't had no other reason. Yeah, cause November came around again and they didn't do nothing, so no, I didn't go back. So anyway, they got Corey. When I went down, they got Corey, and Corey told me same thing. They're making him work, put him in a warehouse. Same thing that I say. There wasn't none but Mexicans there. Nobody would talk to him. People was bothering him. The put him in people that went in the rooms that was saying certain stuff to him, that people was bothering him, that it just was doing stuff, and I didn't know how to help him. Ketchup had said he couldn't come back. I'm quite sure if I would have begged him, maybe he would have changed his mind. But it was just the operation at that time that I think that Corey was involved, and I think that some of his motives and how he was acting was a part of the operation. Some I don't think it was, but some I think it was a part of um, how he had to act. And Nico, once they got him to lose his job and his car got repossessed, Nico didn't have no more use for him. No more use for him. Conveniently fell out and left him out there by himself. And I told him, I told you, Nico is not like the Nico that you think. He done been over there with Wanda too long, and he got them schemish, slimy ways. And he'll tell you that himself. Nico will tell you himself he's slimy. So you need to stay out from over there. That's your brother, but Nico is not the brother that he said, Ma, I know. I can't believe it. He done been over there with Wanda too long. He done been over there with her too long. And he act just like her. If it ain't got no money and it ain't involving him and ain't no way he could come up out of it, he ain't got nothing to do with it. He ain't gonna be involved. And that's just like Wanda is. So he said, long story short, he said,